Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Creative Financing with your boy Gene, and I'm a couple minutes behind, so I'm waiting for my colleague Lonzie Rattler to jump on here and get started, so I can get started. Today, we're going to be talking about how we find, or I'm sorry, not how we find, but what we need to do subject twos. You know, uh, Lonzie, I see you on here. Oh, there you are. Okay. Waiting for Lonzie to come on. There he is.
What's up, good brother?
What's good, man?
How you doing?
I'm all right. I was a couple minutes late, man. I was dealing with one of my students, man, so we went a little over.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up with you, man, on this Saturday?
Man, nothing at all, man. Just relaxing.
Yeah,
Relaxing.
that's hard to do.
I got a coaching student at 2 p.m. I got a coach through. She doing good. She doing real good.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Good.
Yeah, that's the highest level of achievement right there, man. You know, give a person a fish, they eat for a day, but teach a person to fish, they eat for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
I'm
beautiful
showing
thing.
her. Showing her like the sub 2 game. As of right now, like she ready to go. Like she ready to go. So it's just like, cause she been like we've been soft cold calling, not nothing extensive.
Okay.
She know all of the forms. She know how to fill them out. She never had a prior real estate background or nothing. So now it's like to the point where she like, okay, I'm ready to go ahead and start doing these heavy cold calls and cold calling for hours. I'm like, all right, cool. Oh yeah, so we ready to go rock and roll, man.
Yeah. How long has she been a student for?
She only been a student for, this is her second week, and we just been getting her systems. I've been getting her system set up through this VA, and like through Podio, smartphone, all of the rest of the systems, and then yeah, like now she know how to skip trace. She didn't know none of that stuff. Now she know how to, and we just been practicing on the scripts, and
Right.
yeah, now she like, look, okay, because now she like she done hit that ceiling. She want to go somewhere else. She want to go to the next level.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I'm like, get comfortable with a lot of no's. Get comfortable with them because you're gonna get them, and it's
Yeah.
cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. My question is this. I like that too. She's the perfect student, man. She's ready to take
yeah.
action. You know what I'm
She
saying?
ready. She
You
ready.
got to take action. You can have all the knowledge in the world. If you don't take action, then it
Yeah.
does you no good, you know? Um, how long has she been, or did she know anything about real estate prior to dealing with you?
So prior to dealing with me, I'm gonna say 50-50. And when I mean 50-50 is because she do have her real estate license. She have
Yeah.
not filled the purchase agreement. She
Okay.
haven't she haven't she haven't did anything. All they did was sat her in the cubicles to let her cold call.
Oh, okay.
Thing that she have done, so she don't know nothing about no paperwork. She don't know nothing about negotiation. None of that. So
Right,
about
right.
the only thing, but now
She
she,
just,
yeah, like she ready. She
yeah,
like,
she sees the
oh,
potential. She sees the potential. And
yeah,
for everybody that's just joining us, I'm Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the Go Getter family and WeBuyAndHelp.com. This is my colleague, Lonzie Rattler. He's the
man,
founder of Champion Real Estate Institute. And every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern, you guys are watching the Creative Financing Academy. This is where Lonzie and I are going to give you guys the actionable knowledge that you need to become the bank and close these transactions without having to fill out credit applications, show W-2s, debt to income ratios. So you're not acquiring any new debt, and you don't need a lump sum of money out of your own pocket to buy investment properties. This is what we're bringing to you. This is what we're bringing to you. And
yeah,
today we're talking about what exactly you need to close subject to transactions and creative financing transactions. Okay, so because we become the bank, guys, so we don't need realtors, we don't have to go to banks and borrow money. You don't need inspectors, appraisers, any of that stuff. Any of that stuff. This is why this is so beautiful. This is why this is so beautiful, man. I love it. It's like a reinvigorated my life. You know, it's like a freedom life. Let me ask you real quick, Lance, before we get into the technical stuff. How did this make you feel, man, when you found subject to and started implementing it?
I was like, it was a whole nother world. It's like nobody was really, I mean, like nobody really talks about it. You never really hear nobody saying about creative financing. So it definitely changed the game because like I came in real estate doing nothing but fix and flip. So that was my whole go-to thing. It was, I got to get a property from a wholesaler, or I got to get this property undervalued and flip that property. But when I learned that we don't care about market value, like the only thing we care about is the cash flow,
Exactly.
it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Ball game.
Whole different ball game, and not having to go to the banks,
Yeah.
you know, and beg them to finance your dream of financial freedom. We don't have to do that, man. And it's a game changer. It is a game changer. That's why we're spreading this knowledge, because one, there's enough out here for everybody. And
Yes.
two, this is the strategy for everyday hardworking people that, you know, have been working a 9-to-5 job. But you guys, you know, you're a go-getter and you have them talents that you can do better, and you know you can do better, but you may not have good credit or a lump sum of money to buy an investment property. Well, guys, you don't need it. You don't need it. So, man, it's a beautiful thing. Lonzie was just talking about one of his coaching students, and I was running a couple minutes behind because I was with one of mine. So this is what we do, guys. This is what we do. And if you'd like to learn more about that, just go ahead and drop a fire emoji in the comments, and we'll reach out to you, or DM one of us a fire emoji, and we'll reach out to you and get you some more information on this. So today we're going to talk about what you need for a subject to. Okay, so you can look at our last couple of episodes. One was finding them and negotiating them. And the first video we did was just an introductory of who we were. So don't forget to hit that like button and follow us on our Instagram pages. All right. And you can go ahead and share this too if you want. Now, Lonzie, you know, we need a title company and an attorney, or either or, to do these subject twos. Right.
Correct.
So let me ask you, how did you find your title company and attorney to do your subject twos?
So my title company, it came from when I really, because I got my real estate license as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so I was using a title company that I was doing traditional financing on the real estate side.
Mm-hmm.
And when I asked them about subject to deals, they didn't know nothing about it. Like, they was like, no way. I don't know. So I had to educate them on the process. That's how I found the title company. But I had to educate them because they only know the traditional side of real estate.
Yeah.
And now here we are years later, me closing deals with them, and now I just send them deals. And now it's just like, okay, cool. As long as I got the right documentation for them, they fine. But one thing about it is, like, when you closing these subject to deals, like, they can't give you title insurance. So the only thing about that, that normally, like, when you do a traditional close, like, you get that title insurance, and you make sure that the warranty deed is getting transferred, right? But of course, when you're doing these subject to deals, like, you can't get that title insurance, and that's the only thing. That's the only downfall to doing subject to deals, that you don't get title insurance. So everything, but everything else, I mean, I found my title company literally doing traditional real estate. But it's plenty of, I mean, like, and what I tell my investors I tell them, like, hey, go get you a real estate agent who is investor savvy, right?
Yeah.
And they will plug you with a title company. Like, they will plug you with everybody who you are looking for. So that's the main thing, is to get you a real estate agent that's savvy. They know everybody else. So you don't have to go out and do all this heavy lifting, because this is what they do. Like, they got to meet people and generate.
Yeah, those relationships, and that is smart. That is smart. And the good thing now, there's some tricks too about with that title insurance. It's a little more advanced, so I won't get into it on this. I'm sure Lonzie knows about it. You know,
Yeah.
but always have debt on your property, so there's a
Yeah.
first place and a second place lien on that. So if anything else comes along, yeah, it's beautiful, guys. You can do so much with this, so much, and you're in total control. So I like what Lonzie said, though. You know, get yourself a realtor that's savvy. You know, my realtor here where I'm from, she was new, just beginning. Her boyfriend is one of my coaching students here locally, so they're going to be a heck of a team. You know, she's a realtor. He's learning the creative, but she, you know, she wasn't aware of it, but she didn't have those relationships either because she was new. So this is what I did. You guys, we have to think creatively, and we got to be innovative too. Now, when I first found Subject 2, that was what I was hearing. It's hard to get a lawyer. It's hard to get a title company because people don't know about it. They think that it's some people say it's illegal, you know, and I know it's not. It's absolutely not. The rich and the wealthy use this, but when they say that, I'm like, well, I didn't know that. Which law was that?
Right.
You know, they can't answer it. Yeah, because it's not. Yeah, whatever. But some think it's unethical as well, which that's crazy to me because we're helping people that are, you know, going into foreclosure or just underwater or can't handle a second mortgage if they inherited a property. So this is the most ethical way to invest, in my opinion. So this is what I did. I think it's beautiful. I was driving in my neighborhood one day and I saw the We Buy Houses Cash guys truck at one of the houses. And once I learned about this process, I'm like, man, there's no way that, because I used to think they were just great investors and they just had a bunch of money and were buying everybody's property. But when I learned about this strategy, I was like, no, they're doing Subject 2 and creative financing because nobody has money like that just to be buying them and flipping them, you know, hundreds at a time. Like, I mean, it's all around the nation. So what I did was I called them because we have a mortgage on our house that we live in and we got it in 18. So I called them and I acted as if I was a distressed property owner and I don't have any equity. So, you know, how can you buy my house if there's no equity in it? You know, what's in, and he says to me, he says, well, you know, we've got a lot of ways that we can do it. I was like, well, what is that? Because I don't know of any other ways. He's like, well, there's something called Subject 2. And when he said that, I was like, yes, because I already knew about it. You know what I mean? But this tells me now that people are doing it here. And there's a title company and an attorney here that are closing these transactions because they're closing them for him. So yeah, once I found that out, I looked up some of his transactions on public record, and then I just called the recorder's office on those transactions and asked them who closed, and they told me who closed them, and that, history since. So I didn't do all the calling around like I've seen on other YouTubers and stuff. They say people are calling around and they're asking about Subject 2, and people are like, oh no, I didn't do none of that. I didn't do no calling around. We got to be creative, guys. You know.
That's thinking outside the box, like that, all the way outside the box. I would never even thought that, but I mean, because 90% of the time, as we see them We Buy Houses signs, they wholesalers. So me thinking that is just like, oh, well, that's just a wholesaler, so I'm not even gonna get him a car. But so you took a step and said, hey, I'm gonna get him a car, act like a distressed seller, and then I'm gonna look over like the public record. So that's definitely thinking outside the box. That's good. That's real.
Going hard. We some go-getters out here now. Yeah. And the thing about where I live, guys, I'm from Sioux City, Iowa. I'm in Sioux City, Iowa, in the middle of the country, you know, in the middle of the cornfields now, you know, not literally, but so it's small. There's only 120,000 people where in my city. So there's only one We Buy Houses guy here, you know, besides me now. So I knew he wasn't wholesaling, you know what I mean? Now in a lot of other places, there are a lot of bandit signs and, you know, they are wholesalers and stuff. So it's a little different, but that just goes to show you though, I'm in Sioux City, Iowa. You can do this in all 50 states. In the country, all 50 states, and Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a U.S. territory. So, hey, I'm gonna be buying some properties in Puerto Rico and the St. Thomas Virgin Islands now. The U.S. Virgin Islands. Yeah, Subject 2. This is how rich people and wealthy people move anyway. You know. So once we get that credibility up, which it's pretty high up there now. We're going to be buying those high level houses, you know, in the millions of dollars, 6-7 figures. So, but not, you know, applying for credit or anything like that. So guys, when you're looking for your title company, Lonzie gave the tip of hook up with a realtor. You know, establish a relationship. It's about relationships, and then have them do the heavy lifting for you, point you in the direction of a title company that they have a relationship with. And then you can close these transactions, guys. And the title companies, understand this. We have power with us too, because we're closing these transactions and everybody eats off of them. Everybody gets paid.
Everybody.
So, yeah, you're bringing something to the table now.
Yeah.
We need them, but damn it, they need us.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They get paid way before we even get paid. So we the last
paid from them.
Yeah, we the last ones to get paid.
Last one.
Like, seriously. So yeah, everybody.
And then now I'm gonna give you this tip too. When you're talking to someone and you're asking them about this, you know, whether it's an attorney or a title company, you don't just come out and say, hey, do you guys close subject to transactions? You know,
right.
Or when you talk to an attorney, hey, do you guys do subject to transactions? Guys, you do not do that. One, a lot of people haven't even heard about this. And most lawyers, they don't have the contracts necessary for this, you know, which is a shame to me and crazy because they get paid so much. They should. But they don't, you know. So what you do is you don't come out and say subject to, you just ask them about creative financing or seller financing. Okay. That's how you open the door to that. Okay, because guys, in negotiation, and I put up a short video on this the other day, when you want something, you don't say what you want immediately.
Right.
You just don't, because when you do, people have their defenses up because of our fear of loss. Everybody has a fear of loss. Everybody. So when you say what you want immediately, people's defenses naturally go up and they're on the defense and they're like, man, I'm about to watch out for this guy. No, you don't do that. You got to empathize with them, you know. So when I talk to secretaries, you know, when I call and they answer the phone, I always start with a compliment or with empathy. You know, hey, hi, my name's Gene. I know you probably get 100 calls a day of people being rude, so I'm going to do my best not to be that way for you today, Jane. I was just calling real quick for this or that. And just something that simple. I'm telling you guys, it's artistry, but that will have them give you the world.
And that's exactly like what I do with like with my leads I call, right? I said the same exact thing. Hey, I know you probably getting I know that you probably getting tons of phone calls from different investors and stuff like that, but hey, this is not this case. I'm looking to, and then I just go into a spiel of it. I go into the same script because 90% of the time, these pre-foreclosure deals, we call it, not only are we call it, different investors call it, the banks, they call it. So creditors is calling. So you got all these people that's calling just as one homeowner, and then you calling the same homeowner, you asking them, can you purchase their property? Well, no, like you got to go in like with some empathy. It's like, hey, and then like, literally will tell you everything about the property. I had a guy just the other day. He lived in Missouri, right? And he got a property here. He was telling me, oh, you don't want the property. The house been sitting over a year and the basement been flooding. And I said, hey, well, yeah, I still want, well, no, I think that the property went through foreclosure. I said, so do you think or do you know? Like, I think it went through foreclosure, and yeah, just give me a call back tomorrow, and we can talk about it. Not a problem. So I called my title company, and they sent me everything that they had on the property. Well, one, that the property still is tied up, and it is not in foreclosure, so it's still to make some money.
Yeah.
And two, I gave him a phone call back, a follow-up phone call, like, hey, I did get the proper documentation that the property is not in foreclosure, so you still foreclosure, you still got a chance to make some money on the same property. Well, are you sure? Because, and then like now he want to make some money. Now it's like, how can I make some money on this property? Because I told you that the basement was messed up. I don't care about if the basement messed up because I might wholesale that deal to someone else and still make some money, but it's an opportunity just to make some money.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so definitely that.
And we've got so many options when we know this. I was just telling my coaching student today that, you know, we have a philosophy of helping people, you know, and we help people that a lot of people, we're usually their last resort. You know, they've tried everything else traditionally and it just won't work. So they have no more options. And then also we're the pretty much the only people that have the know-how to do these transactions and make them beneficial for everyone else, you know. So the guy you were talking to down there in Missouri is thinking, you know, man, the basement's flooded. It's going to cost $1 million to get that fixed, you know. So how are you going to pay to fix that and then have room on the bone, meat on the bone when you sell it? How is there a problem? This is what they're thinking, the traditional way. So we've got to have this paradigm shift. We've got to have a paradigm shift from thinking the traditional way of real estate to the non-traditional way of real estate. Okay. And then you got to have another paradigm shift. All right. This is for the viewers. You got to. It is a paradigm shift of the mind. We've got to get out of our own way. Okay. We've got to set fear to the side. Okay. Because fear, it's a made up thing, and it just gets in the way and it stops us from taking action. And it's made up. It is. You know, we think that something bad's going to happen in the future. And we don't even know what the heck is going on in the future yet. So there's that. You've got to take action, and then you got to be willing to work hard and be dedicated and committed to getting this knowledge, guys. So if you can have just those two things, you are on your way to financial freedom. And it is a beautiful thing. It really is. I mean, Lonzie, now I see you out there in Flint. Man, you got me wanting to fly up there. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Hey, you come. Hey, it's like I definitely show you around. Here.
I seen the TikTok you did, and man, them houses that you were at, I think you were looking at it or something, man, and the whole neighborhood was beautiful. That's what people need to know, guys. I did a transaction on an ugly house, a red tag, but I buy pretty houses. I buy nice houses. Those houses that you were at, they were nice.
Type of properties that you need to be looking at, because everybody got like this misconception, right? So they think that you can only buy these rundown houses. Like, they're not the houses I want. Like, I don't care. Like, I will wholesale them deals to make some money on them, but I'm not looking to acquire them properties. Like, I'm not looking to acquire them. So the properties I want turnkey. I want to do little to no work inside of this property. What I mean, I'm going in probably just paint the house, or I'm changing some carpet. I'm not going in and gutting out the kitchen, gutting out the bathroom. Like, we don't do that.
Nope.
We are looking for cash flow. That's the only turnkey properties. Them are the properties that's prime, and you want to find a distressed homeowner. And sometimes what I typically do now is I'm looking at vacant properties, and this is cool. Like, I'm looking at vacant properties that out-of-state owners that they own, because they want to either sell that property, or they just tired of working on it, right? So we can acquire them properties and do the same subject to deal on them, and then we can put us a renter, or like definitely put a renter inside of, or like in your strategy, like you're doing the lease option on the back end, right? So you acquiring the property, and then you turn around and you helping another homeowner to purchase the same property. So definitely, like, it's so many different opportunities out there, just that we not taking action. Like, we not taking action on the vacant leads, or like the out of state people who purchase these properties. Like, you literally have to be doing this day in, day out to understand, hey, you can really do this. Like, this is a strategy that little to no people is doing, but everybody don't know nothing about it. They really don't know anything about it because they think it's a scam. Like, a lot of people don't understand it, and they always want to do wholesale, or they want to do fix and flip. But it's tons of money out there like that you leave on the table.
They think it's a scam, or they just think that you cannot do it. You know, like, how can you ever buy a house without getting a big old chunk of money or applying for credit? Well, guys, I'm telling you, this is how the wealthy, the elite, and the politicians move. And they have put this in codified law for themselves. You know what I mean? It's the 1983 Garn-St. Germain Act. I'm telling you, now, I'm a nerd, and I love to read this stuff so that I can play by their rules, though. Their loopholes. And that's, you know, what Lonzie was saying too, there are so many opportunities, and we can get so creative in this. But this is the thing, guys, you know, follow me on this for a minute, all right? Go back to your childhood. You know, we didn't have role models and people to even watch to see that we could be other than an athlete or a rapper, or, you know, slanging on the corner, man. You know, that's just reality, you know. And then if we were in that mind frame as a youngster, thinking about, I'm going to make decisions today to help me 10, 15 years from now so I can be successful. We had to snap back to reality because those decisions weren't going to put food on our table today. And these were that we're fighting for survival. We were fighting for survival, so we didn't have the luxury of learning these things, of even imagining them, for being possible, and I understand that because that's where I'm from. This is where I'm from. This is where Lonzie's from, so we're from where y'all are from. This is for the everyday hardworking people. And the thing is, though, yes, that happened, when our childhood and our adolescent, that's how that was. Okay. But now that cannot be used as an excuse because this knowledge is at your fingertips. It's there. It's there. And there has never been a time better in history to become rich. There's more millionaires created a day in the United States than there ever has been in history. I've heard now from one person it was like 2,000 something, and then from another I heard it was 1,700 something a day. Millionaires, guys. So the knowledge and the information is right here. But the thing about it is this: we didn't have that growing up, so we didn't have these people to watch and observe and learn from. So it is important that you have a mentor or a coach that is doing this same thing so that you can follow their blueprint, because they've already done it and they're doing it. So they will show you the way because they did it. Now, the only thing is, though, you can't be a taker. You got to be a giver too. So you got to bring some sort of value. You got to bring some sort of value, and I just hired a company myself, and this young guy is like a mentor to me, but my value that I brought was money. I mean, that's just the bottom line, but there's other types of value. So I wanted to give you that long spiel because, I feel y'all, you know what I mean? I do, because I am y'all, you know what I mean? And Lonzie is too. And that's why we're doing this creative, the Creative Financing Academy for you,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's big, man. Yeah, it is. It is real.
Yeah, it made you think, man. I know, man, because we live a different life now, Lonzie. You and I. We do. We don't live that life anymore. We're not fighting for survival on a daily basis. So our minds are they think differently now. But I will still never forget that, because it makes me, who I am today, and it gives me an edge. It does. It gives me an edge when I'm in this industry and I'm up against, people that didn't have to fight for survival every day. Well, damn it, I did. So I've got an edge because I'm going to get creative, like how I found my title company and my lawyer. You know what I mean? I'm going to get creative, man, but then I'm going to help those that need help, the distressed property owners. We're helping them, So guys, you need I don't want to get too far off course because sometimes I do that. So bear with me. You know what I mean? But so you need a title company and you need an attorney, right? But then you got to have the proper contracts, the proper paperwork. So Lonzie, what contracts do you use for your subject twos?
So for my subject two, I use because you definitely want to get your due on sale acknowledgement. You want to get your subject to acknowledgement paperwork. You want to get your power of attorney paperwork. You also want to get the mortgage release information and your purchase agreement. Like
Purchase agreement.
Contracts I use and just close deals like that. I just close.
Absolutely. That's all you need too. Yeah. And the whole stack of all what Lonzie just said all together, man, it's super thin. My packet is only 16 pages long, and I have one more document in there that I use. I use my memorandum of contract on every deal. That's deal insurance. Yeah, so somebody can't come in and outbid you after you've had your purchase agreement signed, and your seller is like, "Oh, I'm not messing with Gene no more because I'm about to make $1,000 more." Well, me and you had an agreement, so you got to go through me. Yeah, I love that thing. I love it. But this is the thing too. Like when you hear that, Lonzie said power of attorney in there. And when I first heard subject to, and the first guy I heard explain it, he said I had to get power of attorney over somebody. I was like, oh, man, here we go again. Another thing. Yeah, another thing I can't do.
That power of attorney paper. I mean, like when you speaking that, I don't even bring that up anymore. Like I don't.
No,
like,
I don't either.
Hey, I got the documentation, and we got to go in front of the notary. Let's sign all this doc. I don't even tell them that it's because they like power of attorney.
Right.
Yep. big. It's like, no.
Yep.
So when I'm going through them same documents in front of the notary, I say this is just the power of attorney over the property, so I can be able to sell the property later on down the line if I want to sell. Like, I don't even tell them, oh yeah, you need this. No,
Nope.
no,
Do not do that.
Yeah.
Do not do that. You don't get into technical jargon and industry jargon with your sellers because they're not real estate investors, guys. I mean, man, we're giving y'all some
man.
I hope y'all get into this, man, because it has changed the trajectory of my entire life. But all of my documents are standard or limited. So I got a standard purchase agreement. Now, what that does psychologically is it tells them, without you telling them, standard purchase agreement. This is an everyday occurrence. It's standard.
Right.
It ain't nothing big. A limited power of attorney. So it's limited to this particular property. All right. And it's limited to the conveyance of this property. All right. And convey means to sell, So this is what I can do with this. I don't have control over you as a human being, but what I do now, I have them sign 3 documents. And then just based off their feeling, I might go with 4 with get the limited power of attorney signed in, but I have them sign 3 documents and then I have them sign the rest at closing at the title company. So I have them sign my memorandum of contract, my purchase agreement, and my information release. So I can get the information on the mortgage. And then at closing, I have them sign the rest when the escrow agent, the title agent, is reading it to them in that monotonous, boring tone, and everybody in there falling asleep, this is how it goes. But of course, they know everything, they know every detail of the transaction and what's happening. But you just don't want to get too technical because then it creates questions for them. So, that's the thing. Like with my subject to document packet, again, everything's standard, and then the limited power of attorney, my standard due on sale acknowledgement, my standard seller acknowledgement, which is the subject to acknowledgement that you mentioned, same thing, just different name. My standard purchase agreement, my standard information release form, and then my limited power of attorney.
That's all you need. That's all you need to get out there, and you can literally. It's way less documentation doing a subject to deal than you are doing traditional real estate.
Way less.
Way more paperwork. Way more documentation that you got to sign.
Yeah, them things at a traditional closing, man. It's like, man, what? You feel like you signing your whole entire life, your kids, your woman, everybody's getting signed away. With the traditional, but with this, again, mine's only 16 pages. So, and then another thing, guys, is I never say the word contract. I don't say the word contract not one time, not one. Yeah, I say paperwork, and I never even say the word sign. There's magic words that we use, guys, and this is why you need a mentor or a coach. So if you want to get more information on that, Lonzie and I are going to be teaming up soon too to bring you guys a dual threat.
Man.
Ooh, that's gonna be tough. But that's gonna be tough. But just go ahead. You could drop that. You could drop them flames in the comment section or DM one of us some flames, and we'll reach out to you and get you set up. But one of my lines is I just need you to authorize the paperwork.
That's it.
Authorize the paperwork.
That's it,
man.
Paperwork is everything.
That's it. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. So, this is what you need, though, guys. You got to have that title company and an attorney. Now, some states differ, right?
Yeah.
You might need just a title company or just an attorney.
Yeah.
Or in some states, you may need both, one or the other or both. So find out in your particular state, and then you got to have your contracts. Your contracts have got to be correct, Yeah. The contracts have got to be right. So, and then I always recommend, again, getting that mentor or coach, somebody that has done this before you and has made the way, paved the road for you. Yeah. It makes that road easier to walk on, easier to drive on,
Most definitely. That's all day long. And then another thing at closing, prior to closing, what you want to get as well is non-occupant home. I mean, non-occupant insurance over that property as well.
Insurance is important.
I knew nothing about it, so I still had the same homeowners insurance over the property, and not the non-occupied. And if it's non-occupied, it lowers your homeowner insurance.
Insurance, it goes cheaper. Yeah.
Yes, definitely transfer that over as well. Like you gonna need, so you definitely gonna need an insurance company as well too.
Right, and that's the thing now. And I'm going to tell y'all this: rewind that and play that back again, because Lonzie just gave y'all one of the top secrets of Subject 2. It took me weeks to find out how to insure my first Subject 2, man. I'm scrambling like crazy because this information is not out there. So the game that he just gave you, what, man? People charge thousands for what he just said, guys, for free. Just because we love y'all. We do, man. We want y'all to win. We want y'all to eat. So you are gonna need an insurance broker, insurance agent that that understands this, or that you can educate on this, because it has to be done in a specific way so you don't trigger the due on sale. Okay. Right. And one thing about the Go Getter family is when you become a member of the Go Getter family, we can insure in all 50 states. We can insure Subject 2s in all 50 states. So that's one of the perks, being a member of the family, is you ain't even got a trip off of that. We got you. You know what I mean? And when me and Lonzie get our thing together, which we're in the lab working on, y'all, man, what? When we get our thing together and it's the Champion Real Estate Institute with the Go Getter Family Academy, hey, we got y'all, and it's coming soon. So this is what I recommend. We told you guys about the title company. We told you guys about the about needing an attorney. We told you about needing the documents. Lonzie gave you the game on the insurance. Okay. So either, to learn more and to get started on this, drop the fire emojis in the comments or DM us, or you can go to our YouTube channels and then watch our previous lives as well, just so you can get started, guys, because you can't hit a home run if you don't swing the bat. Yeah. You'll never hit a home run, and you can't even strike out if you ain't swinging the bat.
You can't. You can't. Out.
Yeah, no, just don't be an armchair quarterback. Don't be an armchair quarterback, guys. And for everybody watching that tuned in late, I'm Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the Go Getter family, and this is my colleague Lonzie Rattler. He is the founder of Champion Real Estate Institute. I'm in Sioux City, Iowa. He's in Flint, Michigan. So and this is the Creative Financing Academy, where we're teaching you guys everything Subject 2, and then owner financing, seller financing. So next week, we talk about Subject 2 a lot, just because building wealth, you got to have passive income, and you got to have, ownership. So Subject 2 gives you that, but so does creative seller financing and owner financing. So we're going to talk about that for you guys next week. In closing, was there anything you want to say, Lonzie, in closing today?
No, well, I let them know, when you're going out there and you doing, I don't care if you did 1 or you did 10 deals, always have somebody overlook your paperwork. It don't matter whether they have an attorney, whether it's a title company, have them double check your paperwork, because one thing that you don't want to do is close on a deal and then you still got to go back and have the seller sign this or have the seller. So double check your paperwork no matter how many deals that you close.
Absolutely. That's a good piece of advice too, man, because those little small details are huge. They are. So, Lonzie, tell them where else they can find you at as well, man.
You can find me here on Instagram under Lonzie Rattler, or you can find me on Facebook under Lonzie Rattler, or YouTube under Lonzie Rattler. So everything is Lonzie Rattler on them 3 platforms, and I'll reach out to you. I definitely will.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And again, if you wanted to reach out to me or Lonzie, just go ahead and drop a fire emoji in the comments, all right? And we'll reach out to you and get you started, because sometimes that's just the first thing, is getting started. All right, so just drop that emoji and we'll get you going. So don't forget to like this video, and go ahead and comment if you guys have questions, something you want to learn about. Leave it in the comments and we'll try to do an episode on it. All right, but I wanted to say this, guys, and I'll say it again. Fear, it's a made up thing. Okay, fear is made up. It's the thought that something bad is going to happen. It's going to be a bad outcome if we make this mistake or if we do this or that wrong. Guys, it's made up, because we cannot tell our future. Okay, but faith is a made up thing too, but it's a confidence that we have done enough work, been committed, made the sacrifices to have a good result. This is going to end well. We just know it. So they're both a choice. Okay, one holds you back, one propels you forward. So I know what I choose. I choose faith every time. So which one are you going to choose? All right, we're going to get up out of here. But until next Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern, hey, let's get it. Who it, y'all?
All right.